All right, hello everyone. Welcome to Sunday Stock Watch. So we have a pretty big week going on. So first thing, I'm just going to look over our economic calendar and go through it. So Monday, we don't have a whole lot going on. Same with Tuesday. Not too much that should be affecting the markets, but Wednesday we will have FOMC interest rate decision, and then Chair Powell will be speaking afterwards. So that will definitely be something to watch for, even though it's later in the day. I suggest you exit all of your trades before we have interest rate decision, and wait to enter any more until after the meeting is over, or just be done trading for the day. Thursday, not a whole lot going on either, and then Friday, just a lot of Fed speakers. So just something to be cautious for, but not something that should affect us a whole lot. And then earnings, we will have a good amount of earnings going on next week. I'm pretty excited for. Tomorrow after close, we have Palantir and Hims, which are two names I will be watching. Tuesday, before open, Celsius I will be watching for, and then after close, SMCI, AMD, Tempest, Rivian are all a couple names I'll be watching for. Wednesday, before open, I'll be watching for Uber, and then after close, Carvana, ARM, I'll be watching for, and then Thursday, none before open that I really care too much about, but after close, Coinbase, Mara, SoundHound, DraftKings are all a couple names I will be watching for, and then Friday, not too much for me. So let's get into it. Right now, overnight market is opening down slightly, which isn't a surprise, especially after the type of price action we got on Friday. We were super, super bullish, and now I think investors are starting to realize, interest rate decision this week could definitely shake some things up. We could for sure see some downside after that. So Q's is right now sitting at 486. So we're down almost $3 from Friday close. Going into tomorrow, I expect us to hold up 480. Let's just go on the hour chart, but I expect us to hold up 480 pretty nicely, at least until interest rate decision. But in between there and after interest rate decision, if we are bullish, I'm looking for us to hold back above this 488 area and potentially try to get over 490. That is a pretty strong resistance level. Above 490, we could easily see to 493. If we are more bearish, I would love to see a break of 480. Below 480, we could see back into 477 to 475 range. Next, we'll quickly go over SPY. So SPY, we are currently sitting at 564. So again, down about almost $3 from Friday close. But same sort of thing with SPY, that 570 is going to be a pretty strong resistance area. So if we are bullish, I would like to see us hold back above, 568 or so, 566, 568, and then reach to 570, hopefully get above there. And if we are more bearish, I would like to see us come down to 562 and potentially break 560 to this 555 area. Next, we'll take a look at Tesla. So Tesla's currently trading at 286. So yeah, everything is just down a couple dollars from Friday close, which is kind of exactly what I've expected to happen. So for Tesla, if we are more bullish, I would love to see us hold above 290. This has been a pretty tough level for us to hold above. We've been able to break above it recently, but haven't had a strong hold and continuation above 290, which I would love to see us reaching for 300, which is very so possible this week, as long as we were pretty bullish. If not, if we're more bearish, I would like to see us back at this 285, breaking below 285 into, 280, below 280 into 278 range. Tesla does have a pretty large range, so definitely take that into account as well. Next thing to take a look at is NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is currently sitting at 113.74, so we're only down slightly from Friday close, but if we continue, ideally I do want to actually see below this 113 area that we're sitting in, to 110 to 108 area would be ideal to see. If we do, get more bullishness this week back above 115, reaching all the way to 119 could be very possible depending on what comes out of the Fed rate decision. So next name that I'm going to take a look at is actually, I will not be looking at SMCI. We do have earnings though. AMD as well has earnings. Let's see. Coin also has earnings, but we don't have earnings till Thursday, so I will go over Coin real quick. Depending on Bitcoin, and obviously Coin right now is down slightly, exactly at 201.66. So yeah, we're down about $4 from Friday close. This will depend on Bitcoin though. If we could see Bitcoin back above 95, holding there, reaching towards 96, 97 potentially, we could easily see Coinbase reaching above 210 once again, and potentially see almost into that 220 range as long as Bitcoin is more bullish. If not, if Bitcoin continues to drop, we could see Coin below 200 reaching into that 195 to 190 range. But again, make sure to remember we do have earnings Thursday. These contract prices are going to definitely be higher going into tomorrow, higher than they normally are. So take that into account and consideration. Apple could definitely be a good play based on earnings that we had last week. So obviously, Apple was not really able to even make a recovery Friday, even though the market was super bullish after their sell-off Thursday after market close. So for Apple, I would either be looking for us to continue to hold up 205 and potentially get a push back up into 210 this week if we are bullish. If we are not, I would like to see us drop back below 200, reaching into that 190 area. Currently, we are sitting at 204.22, so down about $1 or so, not even. So Apple's pretty unchanged. That could definitely be a good play going into next week. Meta, so obviously Meta was one of the largest movers on Friday. We are currently sitting at 593.91. So we are down a bit from close on Friday, but if we are bullish, I would love to see us reach back above 600 and actually hold above that level. If we are more bearish or, above 600, we could see 605 to 610 depending on the type of price action we get going into this next week. If we are more bearish, we could easily see back below 590 reaching into that 585 even to 575 range. Meta has a really large range, so just make sure to remember that. Same with Tesla. Next thing I'll take a look at is Netflix. So Netflix kind of just continues to rally up. We have not seen, we have not seen a day where we have not just kind of been rallying up basically since earnings. Obviously, I think we are slightly overpriced on Netflix. We are most definitely overbought. So I am watching Netflix pretty closely to see if we can get a retracement back down. But again, we are in unknown territory. We continue to make new highs, as you see on the daily chart. So I would like to see, Netflix, if we were to make a retracement back below this 150 area, 1,150. We are currently sitting there right now, but if we continue down, I would like to see us hold below there, reaching to, 1,140 to 135 range going into tomorrow. And above there, again, Netflix, the range we have on it is pretty unknown. So we'll see. And other than that, I know, so Celsius has earnings this week. Palantir has earnings as well. That will be really interesting to watch. So does Hims. Go over Snow. Back to the 1 hour chart. So going into tomorrow, I definitely think Snow will continue to be down slightly, but let's see. Trying to find it on my watch list. Okay, so we are currently sitting at 166.37. So yeah, we're not down too much from Friday close, but I would like to see us trading within, 160 to 165 and get in a range from there. And then back above 166, I would like to see us break out to 170, and that's where I would be looking to take a trade on Snowflake. If we don't hold this up, we're back below, 164 to 160 range. I would kind of be waiting for that unless we do get heavy downside. But I do believe Snow can continue to hold up 160. Next, actually, I think that will be it because most of my watch list has earnings this week. So I will kind of just be watching for those. Same with ARM. Avago has, or AVGO, whatever, has no earnings this week. So we could go over that real quick. Let's see. We are currently sitting at 201.99. It's been a little bit since we've been able to hold up 200. So if we could continue this, which if we are already bearish overnight and heading into tomorrow, we continue, I don't think we will be able to hold up 200, and we could easily see 195 to 197 range, an area below 200. But if we are more bearish, I would like to see us hold up 200, reach towards 203 to 205 range on Broadcom this week. But I think that will be it for our Sunday stock watch. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You know where to find me, and make sure to join me in bio. My Discord community, Wall Street Trades Discord. That is where I do my live trading, my call outs, my whole strategy is there. So if you are ready to learn and want to start learning, I suggest joining me there. But anyways, thank you guys so much and have a great rest of your Sunday.